I Hate Intros, One Punch Man, Season 1. Dragon Ball Z character shows up, starts carpet bombing the city, knocks out some heroes, don't think they were top of the line, but still. Cue Ball Saitama has to intervene, he saves a girl, explains his motives, triggers Blue Boy, and then kills him, all while being pissed at his OPness. We get some lore from 3 years ago when Saitama was confronted with the SpongeBob crossover episode. He has the eyes of a married person, so the crab lets him off the hook to go hunt for a big-chinned kid. Saitama runs into Five Balls and learns that Larry was looking for the kid because he drew nipples on him while he slept. Saitama decides it's not any of his business, but when Larry shows up, he instinctively saves the kid. The kid lost his ball, leaving him with the 4 he was born with. Larry can't forgive the nipples, while Saitama states a fact and gets thrown across the courtyard. He comes back for more, gets smacked around, then rips out Larry's eye, which just so happens to be connected to all of his vital organs. Back to the present, massive bodybuilder drinks homemade steroids from his scientist brother. Saitama just wants to chat, so he lands on his shoulder, but the scientist tells his brother to kill him. Big Boy guesses the wrong shoulder and kills his brother instead. Saitama seems to get a kick out of this and then proceeds to one-shot him. He's kind of a downer and doesn't feel anything like me in high school. He has a wet dream, then wakes up to a disappointing reality. Also, like me in high school. Episode 2. Saitama's getting smurfed on. A robber ends up getting sucked off, not like me in high school. And we get introduced to Genos, who's in pursuit of a succubus-like villain with profound one-liner. Saitama, who's focusing on his 1v1, accidentally runs into the ongoing fight. Genos makes quick work of the swarm, but is shocked to see that Saitama survived the blast. Color change indicates a new level of power, so Succubus starts giving it to Genos. He feels like he's lost, so he's planning on self-destructing, but Saitama bitch slaps her out of existence, which is the only slap he does in the whole show, against the only female villain. What an old-fashioned guy. After this display of power, Genos wants to become his disciple. So he heads over to Saitama's house and starts monologuing about how he's looking for a cyborg who destroyed his town. We get a first look at the House of Evolution, who had sent the succubus and caught footage of the slap. So they send some mutant bros to go bring him in. After Saitama deals with the strongest of the bunch and makes an internet meme, the last survivor falls in line pretty quick. Episode 3. We get some backstory on the guy who's running the House of Evolution. After learning about this, Saitama and Genos head there to prevent any further abduction attempts. Dr. Genos learns that they're coming, so he prepares traps as well as a secret weapon. All the traps are negated by Genos when he blows up the building, leaving just the basement to explore. The trump card is Beetle Boy Carnage Kabuto, who sucker punches Genos. Oi. He challenges Saitama to a fight in their fight experimentation room. Genos jumps in, but as no match, gets smacked up and turned into a Budget Bob Ross. Now it's Saitama's turn. Beetle Boy goes to attack, but immediately routed by his fierce presence. Saitama takes a minute to explain to everybody how he got so strong, which ends up pissing off Budget Bobby. Beetle Boy goes final form and uppercuts Saitama, then gets one shot, sparing enough time to make a sale at the grocery store, which leaves the doctor alone to ponder his life choices. Episode 4. Skinhead All Might shows up and starts making a lot of good points, but doesn't address the problems in the healthiest of ways. He targets Zeniryu because he's the wealthiest man in town. Saitama doesn't care until he finds out Hammerhead and his entourage are all bald, and giving bald guys a bad name, so he goes out to stop them. Bicycle Beta makes first contact and gets one tapped. President Trump makes his appearance and employs Sonic to stop Hammerhead. He finds them and starts popping off heads like they're G.I. Joes until just Hammerhead is left, who gets domed by a kunai. Thankfully, he has a thick skull and escapes, running into Saitama. Hammerhead reminds him of his childhood self, so he just dismantles the suit but ends up letting him live. Saitama runs into Sonic, who attacks him because he's bald and assumed to be with Hammerhead. Sonic launches another attack but accidentally gets wrecked by Saitama. We can assume Sonic is foreign because that doesn't appear to be an Asian bulge. He swears his revenge and then dips. Saitama realizes that nobody knows about him as a hero because he isn't listed in the hero registry, so him and Genos go to take a test at the Hero Association to get registered. Episode 5. Saitama and Genos both aced the fitness test, but Saitama got horrible scores on the essay portion, so he's classified as a rank C hero while Genos is rank S. Snack tries flexing on Saitama because he doesn't want to get outranked by him and wants to put him in his place. I'd like to think that Saitama busted out the crane technique while I made short work of him. Genos tries to spar with Saitama to understand more about his power. It's as close as you'd expect, but Genos gets his revenge in an udon eating contest. And that's when they're approached by the Class A rank 1 hero, Sweet Mask. Genos assumes that he wants to fight, but he's just there to give an eerie welcome to the Hero Association. And finally, Genos and Saitama take their relationships to the next level by moving in together. Episode 6. Genos explains that C-Class heroes who have no hero activity for a week will get removed from the registry. Wish the FBI watch list worked like that. Because there are no major incidences occurring, he has to go and look for smaller crimes like robbers and purse snatchers. While he's running around looking for something, he reveals another hidden power. Did you see it? Easy upskirts. If the hero thing doesn't work out, he can always become a content creator. I was thinking something like Bald Warrior. While out searching, he is again approached by Sonic, wanting a rematch. But before anything can happen, a woman mistakes Saitama for a villain. Tank Top Tiger goes to take him out while stealing my extremely original cue ball joke. Yeah, I'm not gonna re-record that. So, here we are. I would make fun of his appearance, but he hard committed with the eyebrow dyeing and everything. If only everybody shared that presence of mind. Sonic takes out Tank Top to keep Saitama to himself, then attacks the city until Saitama hits him with the classic judo chop. A new waifu enters the fray for my heart, and we get a look at a reformed Hammerhead cosplaying me when this channel fails. Class A hero Spring Mustachio is accompanied by Golden Ball, which, let's be honest, sounds like an STD, LAPD to investigate part of City Z that's uninhabited due to a high amount of monster attacks. More hentai vibes emerge when we run into a new monster who is clearly strung out. Based on the pupil dilation, we can assume a mix of LSD and heroin. They see a monster, I see my brother. Saitama lives nearby and is walking home and ends up eating the monster. Rumors start to spread about the horrifying monster in City Z while Saitama moves up to rank 342 after defeating Sonic. Episode 7. Genos is summoned along with other S-Class heroes to stop a meteor heading towards City Z. He meets Silverfang, who is one of the only heroes to show up, and Metal Knight, who is just there to flex and test his new weapons, but stays safe in a room to avoid any consequences. Metal Knight shoots off rockets, which don't amount to anything, so now Genos is up. He wears his heart in his sleeve and pokes at the meteor, which fails as well. Saitama shows up and breaks the meteor, but debris still destroys a lot of the city. Nobody dies and all three heroes receive credit, moving Genos up to S16, Metal Knight up to S6, and Saitama up to C5. We learn about what threat levels there are. Tiger, massive loss of life. There's Demon, threatening destruction of a city. Dragon, which is destruction of multiple cities. I don't know in what world a dragon would be worse than a demon, but maybe that's just me. And finally, God level, which is the threat of human extinction. The Tank Top Bros show up to get revenge by rallying the public against Saitama for the destruction of the city. He deals with the bros and tells off the crowd. Episode 8. A sea monster launches an attack against the surface. He's so scary that if you take out the teeth, it's still a man-eater. He insults Saitama and gets split in half. No, literally, he gets split in half. Bicycle Beta is on his way to becoming the useless side character of the show. A woman is startled, and if you look closely, she says, "Help somebody," which is just profound advice. Rank A11 Stinger shows up to fight off the second wave of sea creatures while giving me a new pickup line. Threat level goes up to Tiger and more heroes head to join the fight. Stinger holds his own but ends up losing to the Sea King. Lightning Max goes to fight and loses but is saved by Puri Puri Prisoner, who is rank S17. I would put him on the waifu list, but he has a boyfriend and I'm a man of honor, so. He transcends to use Angel Style, which still isn't enough, so now it's Sonic's turn and he's doing well till it rains. The moisture increases Sea King's power too much for Sonic to handle. Wonder what happens when this guy gets moist. Maybe he could have slipped Saitama's fist, or taken more of a pounding, or birthed more memes for me, but I guess we'll never know. The Sea King targets a shelter where heroes including Snet confront him but lose. Saitama finally learns where the Sea King is and starts heading that way. Episode 9. Genos gets there first and throws down with the Sea King. A little girl cheers for him, so the Sea King targets her and spits acid like Slim Shady, which gives Genos the perfect chance to cosplay MGK. Bicycle Beta shows up and tries to protect Genos and the people. The people start cheering for him, but all I can think is this is like cheering for NA at Worlds. Of course he's useless, but he stalls until Saitama can get there. Saitama gets Sucker Punch, counters, and kills the Sea King. It seems like he's finally gonna get some reputation, but some troll starts griefing, saying that Saitama is weak since he's a Class C. He also says that the only reason the other heroes couldn't defeat such a weak monster is because they're weak too. Saitama decides to White Knight them and makes it look like he used them to weaken the monster, then came in to steal all the fame. He gets a lot of hate and becomes known as a cheat and a fraud amongst the public, but he is able to keep the other hero's reputation intact. In light of the event, he moves up from rank 2 to 1 and after some tests will be promoted to B class. Bicycle Beta buys Saitama some Mozuku as a thanks for saving him. Episode 10. Tornado Waifu kills a dinosaur monster with a meteor. Silverfang sells out and then talks about a former student, Gato, who betrayed him and injured a lot of his students. While talking, they are summoned by the Hero Association and Saitama tags along. We get an introduction of most of the S-Class heroes. Rank S17, Puri Puri Prisoner. 16, Genos. 15, Metal Bat. 14, Tank Top Master, maybe this one isn't a douche, fingers crossed. 13, Flashy Flash, definitely not Double Lift at Worlds. 12, Watchdog Man, for all the lady furries out there, you know who you are. 11, Super Alloy African American Luster. 10, The Average American. 9, Drive Knight. 8, Zombie Man. 7, King. 6, Metal Knight. 5, Child Emperor, not to be confused with Michael Jackson. 4, Atomic Samurai, who I'm guessing was a Hiroshima native. 3, Silverfang. 2, Tsundere Tornado Chan. Fake Rake 1, Blast. Real 1, but actually B63, the one and only. That took a while, so I'm gonna wrap this episode up quick. Prophet predicts catastrophe and then chokes on Cop Drop and dies. Catastrophe arrives. Half the heroes fight a regenerating opponent on the ground. Other half try to figure out how to get in the ship, while Saitama's already in the ship killing everybody looking for the boss. Whew, episode 11. Melzigard, the bro on the ground, is ordered back to help fight Saitama, but he can't find a chance to escape the heroes, so they plan on killing them with artillery. Metal Bat finds a marble inside of one of the heads he was smashing and then destroys it and the head dies. He tells everybody else about the marble and they start searching for more. Grudy Gunchup uses Rock Blast, which isn't very effective. Saitama uses underhanded Grandma Pebble Toss and blows his head off. Melzigard is down to 2 heads like most guys when the bombardment is finally ready, but OP Tornado Chan sends all the shells back, saving everybody. On his last head, Melzigard finally connects, injuring Silverfang. Saitama reaches the final boss and we have to put in the classics.
俺のパワーを封印する役目を持つ鎧が今砕かれた。そうか。
Episode 12. Saitama squares off against Boros while Tornado Chan pelts the ship with debris. Drive Knight tells Genos that Metal Knight is his enemy and to stay away from him. Silverfang is back in the fight against Melzigard and is the one to finally get a hold of the last marble and kill him for good. Boros puts up a fight for almost 10 minutes, smacks Saitama to the moon, but when Saitama gets back, he finishes off Boros. Sweet Mask is pumping out some antagonist vibes at the end, claiming the heroes didn't do well enough and slaughter some of the captives they had. Genos hits Tornado with a one-liner and gets dropped.
黙ってうせろぶちのめすぞいいぞいいぞ
許せないガキだなんて私はあんたより年上よ
Metal Knight's harvesting the ship to make new weapons, so keep an eye out for that in Season 2. City A was destroyed, so they have to build a new headquarters, but aside from that, everything starts going back to normal.
まったワンパンで終わっちまった
Sweet Mask begins pumping out salmon. Oh man. While Tornado chants. Oh man. Boros. Drive Knight tells. Tornado Champ pelts. Boros puts up a fight. Oh my. Saitama squares off against Boros while Tornado Champ pelts the ship with debris. Drive Knight tells Genos that Metal Knight is his enemy and to stay away from him. Silverfang is back in the fight against Melzigard and is the one to finally get a hold of the last marble and kill him for good. Boros puts up a fight for almost 10 minutes, smacks Saitama to the moon, but when Saitama gets back, he finishes off Boros. Sweet Mask is pumping out some antagonist vibes at the end, claiming the heroes didn't do well enough and slaughter some of the captives they had. Genos hits Tornado with a one-liner and gets dropped. Metal Knight's harvesting the ship to make new weapons, so keep an eye out for that in Season 2. City A was destroyed, so they have to build a new headquarters, but aside from that, everything starts going back to normal.